As the threat to all the realms grew increasingly dire, Odin and the other Asgardians frequently visited Valhalla, the Hall of the Fallen. This hall was a part of Asgard and located within Odin's palace, known as Valaskjalf. Warriors who had fallen in battle would quickly traverse the border storm and enter through the Gate of Death. They had to hurry, for the gate would close behind them if they dallied. A wolf stood guard before the gate, and above it circled an eagle. The hall itself was a masterpiece. Spears served as support beams, and shields acted as roof tiles. Chainmail covered the benches, and the glow of swords filled the enormous hall with light. Valhalla had 540 gates, and from each of these gates, 800 warriors would one day emerge. Such was the immense power contained within this hall. But the hall's interior wasn't the only breathtaking sight. An equally impressive scene awaited the warriors outside. In front of Valhalla extended a forest, its trees adorned with golden leaves. From his high seat, Odin greets the fallen warriors. Now called Einherjar, these fighters will stay in the hall until the day comes when they will join Odin in the battle against the enemies of the realms. Bragi, the Asgardian god of poetry and combat, offers the newcomers a welcoming drink on Odin's behalf. The number of men who have already fallen in battle is nearly uncountable, but more are needed. So many Einherjar will join that the meat of the magical boar will suffice for all. The majestic creature, a boar named Sehrimnir, is slaughtered every day and ends up in the cauldron. But by the magic of Valhalla, it rises again each evening. Its meat serves as sustenance for the Einherjar, but Odin himself does not partake. Instead, he feeds his two wolves, Geri and Freki, who are always by his side. While plenty of mead flows in Valhalla, Odin only drinks wine. It is said that the wine sharpens his intellect and strengthens his prophetic abilities. Whether the wine actually aids his clarity of vision or clouds, his sense of reality remains a mystery. The ravens, Hugin and Munin, whom Odin sends out at dawn, return by noon to whisper in his ear. They report on emerging battles or giants gathering in force. Odin fears that Hugin may one day not return, but he worries even more about Munin. Other ravens serve Odin on the battlefields. They are known as corpse birds, as they feed off the dead. Therefore, Odin is also known as the raven god. As endless as the food are the drinks of the Einherjar. Their pain and fatal wounds are eased with the finest mead. Only free warriors who have fallen in battle come to Valhalla. No beggars or serfs are admitted. Some aged warriors choose to be pierced with a spear before their death, to avoid the shame of a common demise and to be consecrated to Odin. Occasionally, Odin lends his magical spear Gungnir to trusted individuals. Runes are carved into its tip. On the roof of Valhalla stands the stag Eikthrnir, nibbling on the branches of the world tree Yggdrasil. From its antlers, water drips so profusely that it falls into the boiling cauldron below, giving rise to rivers such as the roaring, the violently rushing, and the spear bubbling. Some of these rivers are so dangerous that they attack humans. Beside the stag on Valhalla's roof also stands the heavenly goat Hydrun, grazing on the branches of Yggdrasil. From Hydrun's udder flows a daily abundance of mead, enough to make the Einherjar drunk and ready for battle. Every morning the Einherjar don their full armor and take up their weapons to head out to the expansive courtyard. They battle each other, slaying and being slain, only to ride back home for the first grand feast of the day. There, they sit side by side in reconciliation, drinking and learning. In this way, they prepare for the final great battle. In Valhalla, young, beautiful women and girls serve Odin and the Einherjar. Most were once Shieldmaidens, human female warriors who led troops, commanded ships, or fought alongside men. Like the Einherjar, they too fell in battle and came to Valhalla. As Valkyries, they offer drinking horns full of mead, sourced from Hydrun's udder, and bring tableware and meat from the boar Sehrimnir. But they also have other duties. They are dispatched to battles to choose who shall fall and who shall prevail. The Valkyries ride their horses over the sea or through the air, usually in groups of 3, 9, or 12. Like the men, they too wear helmets, shields, and spears. These women are often of extraordinary beauty, and they approach those destined to die, speaking to them. They then ride back to Valhalla to report to Odin on how they executed his orders or what fate they themselves have meted out. The most famous Valkyries were Brunhild and Sigrun. Brunhild helped the young king Agnar achieve victory, even though Odin had already chosen his opponent as the winner. As punishment, Odin pierced Brunhild with a sleep thorn and banished her to a castle surrounded by flames. Other Valkyries bear names like Spear Thrower, Weapon Clanger, High Riser, Screamer, and Shield Breaker. The Norns, goddesses of fate, also serve as Valkyries on the battlefields. It is said that Odin chooses only half of the fallen. The other half are chosen by Freya from the battlefields for Valhalla.